So very good afternoon, everyone. I hope all your parents are accompanying you. They are here with you. So today we are going to hear more about moving beyond grades. So how many of you want to be first in the class? Can you just raise your hands and tell me how many of you wants to be first in class? It's including me. When I was a student, I always wanted to be first in the class, right? That's our aim. Always we want to be first in the class. That's our aim. But how many can be first in the class? One or two? Yes. So there's a high competition, and nowadays in our academics, it might be a nursery, it might be LKG, it might be first standard, 10th standard, anywhere. So marks is ultimate what we think, right? And even we as parents, for the children, we always think marks is ultimate. So we always want our children to get good grades. So you always give them a target. This time you're going to achieve A grade. This time you're going to achieve A plus, right? So always parents give you certain grades. I mean, they'll ask you to get on to that achievement. You all have come across that, right? And as a parent, when we were student, even we were told by our parents, study well. So study is the asset. Study is what you're going to carry throughout your life. Whether you have money or not, whether you have anything in your hand or not, but education is the only asset which is there with you throughout your life until your last breath. So education is very, very important. But today we'll just discuss more on, we have to even move beyond the grades. Getting grades is very important. Getting A grade, and every person is unique. Every person, every individual is different, right? As a person, I am great, I feel, yes. Won't you feel that? How many of you feel I am great? Yes. So I can see all the hands raised. Everybody of us are great. We are good in one or the other thing. It need not be like every day I am great, I can do better things, but every one of us have different talent, isn't it? We all have different talent with us. So we all are good at some or the other thing. But again, coming to studies, all our capacities are different. So the way we take education is different. The way we study is different. So these different things are again makes us like put our efforts in a different way. So few children might study just for half an hour and they may score like out of out. But few children will really struggle hard. They'll do hard work, and they'll do hard work for weeks, months. Then they are capable of getting complete marks, right? Again, it's our capacity, how we take ourselves forward, how we tune ourselves. So how many of you like writing exams? So let me see thumbs down if anybody in such. Okay, I can see all hands, thumbs up only. Good, you all love to write exams, good. So who doesn't want to write exams? Nobody, okay. So how many of you want to write online exams? Can I see thumbs up? All, most of you. How many of you want to write offline exams? Yeah, still, yeah, many more than that. Very nice. I really like the attitude what you people have. So even I think your parents have motivated you. So examination is something which will evaluate you, isn't it? So it will show your capability, how much you have understood in that subject and what all you have understood in that. So that's where you take up exam, and you always think during exam, right? Sometimes it so happens if you have got an MCQ while writing an exam, in an idea you just tick A, B, C, D, you do a inky, pinky, ponky, and you do it. And later you see, you would have got scored more than your friend, isn't it? Sometimes it's just the luck, sometimes you score mark due to luck, but sometimes it's really hard work which pays you back. When you study properly and when you have that in your mind, then obviously you will be getting marks, and you will obviously score what you deserve. So always taking up exam is not a stress. Do not ever keep that examination is a stress. So just take it in a positive note. See that where you stand for yourself. So don't take up exams for your parents. Don't do your exams because your teachers tell you, and don't ever read for the exams because you have to face it. Just enjoy that part. Whatever, like 1 hour is given to you, 3 hours is given to you, it's your time. So nobody is there to teach you anything. So whatever your mind has understood, you are just putting down on a papers. And our examination system, it's really nice, what I feel, right? So whatever you have recorded in your mind, registered in your mind, you're putting that back on a paper. And then your teachers are evaluating you. So always make sure whatever you read, you just take exams for yourself so that you can be perfect in whatever you do. Yes. And yes, moving forward, examination, never get feared for it. Be prepared for whatever comes. And later, after the examination, what happens? Your report cards, right? Your marks, your sheets, your test notebooks. So parents, as a parent, what are you expecting, parents? So you always want your child to score top in all the subjects. But whereas we as humans, we are not robots to get out in everything. We are not like 100% sure on our, we are not 100% sure on whatever we prepare, because we are humans. We tend to forget things. Maybe at that right moment, we will not be able to recall things. So don't worry. It's not like only at that point you are supposed to put all the things back on the paper, but you have registered in your mind, then automatically you can put that. So you get B plus, you get A minus. So no problem. Okay. So just don't worry about all that. Whatever grades you get, it's fine. Go ahead. It's a challenge. Next time, take it forward. Okay. So no worries at all. Whatever grades you get, whatever you have, don't worry. Just do what you can. Take it in a positive way and tell your parents next time you will do better. But again, your expectation during the exams, you want to study all the books. Yes. You want to do everything in a proper way, and you want to record more, register more. And every time what you do, you just make sure you refer everything. So just make sure while preparation, when your teachers are teaching, you just take only that in your mind. So grades are not ultimate, but make sure you take it forward. You just understand the concept, which is more important. You all know who is Albert Einstein. So do you know how much he has studied? Very less. His education was not that good. He was not the topper in the class, but still today he's there in our books. Everyone knows him. He is the person who is given the foundation for our science. So he was just school dropout, you must say, like, because he was not that keen in learning in the class, but he was more intelligent than anybody in the class. He never wanted anybody to teach him. So he just wanted everyone to do the best what they could do. And he just wanted to think independently, learn independently. So he just made a revolution in this history, in the science. So coming to next, do you know him? You know him, right? No? Most of you know him and you all like him. You adore him. So he is Sachin Tendulkar. He was one of the best player in our Indian team, right? Yes, Sachin Tendulkar was the best player. He was the one of the best player. And everyone just loved seeing him scoring 100. So everyone just loved seeing him play. Your parents asked them how much they enjoyed when his batting was there. And when he scored 99, more than him, all the people were tensed. So he had an aim. It's not only marks, it's not only grades. So he made sure that what he did perfectly. And today he's achieved a lot in his life, right? So I hope all of them really adore him, because he's the person who just loves people the way they are, and also is such a simple person. The way he plays, the strategies he uses, so it's just amazing, I must say. Who is she? So it might be a woman, it might be a male, everyone. They are so dedicated. They're so nice. So you know who is she? Mary Kom. Okay, she was one of the best boxer. She has 2 kids, but still she made her mind that she should become a good athlete. So she started playing there, and she has medals. She has medals. So it's not like only education which is supporting her, but she has a passion towards the sports. So she's doing her best there. And yeah, so seeing all this, do you think why should we study? So you would have got this doubt when Sachin Tendulkar didn't go to school, when Mary Kom didn't go, and also when Albert Einstein was not that good in academics, and we have XYZ, so many people who are not even done their schooling properly. So why should we do? These doubts will occur, but no. education and basic education is very important. Why is it important? Because once you get into the class, what happens? Your teachers make you sit for 40 minutes in a period. So you will have the attention span in the class. The amount of time you spend to listen to your teacher, to understand the concepts matters a lot for you, right? So you understand a lot of new things, whatever you read in your books, but still you make sure you understand more when some person is explaining you, right? More than online classes, you're all enjoying the physical classes, especially the children who are all going to school, right? So it's because you feel like somebody should sit next to you, and after going back home, most of the times you want parents to sit next to you, help you for your homeworks. Then you feel like when your parents are next to you, you just finish all the homeworks very soon, right? Because there should be a motivation next to you, like your teachers, your parents, you have one other person who's there. So just don't think grades are ultimate, but yes, basic education is very important. So later, when you write your exams, you just get back to your teacher and you ask a teacher like, who has scored more, ma'am? How much marks did I get? How much points did you give me in this? And what is the grade I have received? And you start comparing with your friends, right? How much did you get in this subject? And what is that mistake I have done? So that is the curiosity you should always have in education. So more than getting number, getting good grades or getting only A grade, you should always make sure you see where you've gone wrong. And you should always make sure you improvise yourself in wherever you've gone wrong. So that's more important for you, to ask your teacher more than your grades, scores, and keep asking them, why didn't you give me marks for this and all? It's always nice to improvise yourself wherever you've lost your marks or wherever you didn't understand. It's that time where you go back and ask your teachers, yes, this is what I feel, and these doubts kindly clear. And yes, when do you, as a children, learn more? When you are in the mass, when you have your friends around, when you do a group study, when you communicate more, so your knowledge improves. So that's how your knowledge improves. And you will always make sure you learn more good things from your friends. You're solving a problem, you make sure you understand friends better. Rather than learning topic, you will also understand the other person who's there next to you, right? So what happens there? You improve your communication. You also improve the way you handle things, the way you solve the problems. So all this improvement is seen in you when you're all in groups. And yes, parents, you always have a mindset. Yes, you always have a mindset saying that, can my child do, or can they fulfill whatever ideas you have? Future, what is your child going to do? Is he good at business? Will he or she will become a better parent? Will they have a better schooling? Will they have a better life ahead? So all this mindset is there in your parents' mind. So they'll be thinking a lot about you. That's why they want to give you a good education. They always want to do a better things for you. They want to give you the best thing, whatever available for you, isn't it? They all really work hard for you. But how is all that? So when you improvise your skills, so skills are just like computer, they keep loading, loading, and loading in your mind. So skills are something expertising. But how do you expertise yourself with these things? So one thing, when you want a better skills to be loaded in you, you should always experience it. So when you do something, you experience it. And it also depends on the ability, how much you take it. So how much you can grab things in your mind, how much you can understand, and also the important growth, what you have, what have you achieved learning that, what have you heard, so what you are incorporating it in you. So all that matters a lot. Then yes, you're again tuning yourself, you're getting advanced training out of it. That's more important. The knowledge what you have matters a lot. So how much you're knowledgeable, and how much you have the competence to get in that, and how much you're learning from your skills, and what kind of training you're taking from your friends, from your teachers, from your parents. All that matters a lot. So all this will just allow your skills to be loading within you. And it's a continuous process. It's not just the day one in your school, your skills are loading. You know how to experience things, you know how to gain knowledge, but throughout the life, the skills really helps you. The skills help you to become Mr. Perfect or Miss Perfect in your future. When you get into your world of earning, when you become career oriented, so when you go for a job, so there your skills will help you to put things on place. They'll help you to be perfect in your work environment there. So they will help you to take all the important things, complete the task. So everything will be more important. So when do you learn that? Only from your base. That's from your schooling. So even parents expect, it's not only in the school, but even the discipline, the way you help your parents, all that matters a lot. So they'll be teaching you a lot of things. So make sure you always have all this in your mind, and you please incorporate the good things what your parents and elders tell you. Then your skills are all really good. And what happens later? So the way you keep up yourself, the way you talk, your soft skills, your habits, and the way you observe people, the way you complete your problems. So all that matters a lot. It really matters a lot. So make sure you will just have this kind of main 7 skills students who should always have. You should always be curious. It's always good to imagine what's good, whether you aim it, whether you can do it or not. Just imagine things. You'd be curious to learn new things. A new initiative, take it forward. Talk to your friends. Ask them, was it good? Can I do like this? Talk to your parents. Say, I have taken this kind of step. I have thought of learning, and this is my timetable, what I've done. Can I do it more better? So take help of your parents, and parents are always there. So I know all the parents who are here, you always support your child for this, to develop their skills, and also the way you adapt it, and how effectively you can be good. You can have a good communication. You can orally speak to the people around, and how well you can draft, you can write whatever you have learned. All this matters a lot being a student. And yes, collaboration across network is very, very important. It's not that you just know your classmates. It's not that you know only the people around you, but make sure you communicate to people around, and also you be the perfect person in doing things. And yes, critical thinking. So you always have to think what happens in the good times, what happens when things are not working out properly. All this matters a lot. You should be highly creative, as I told. Collaborate with your friends, with your neighbors, with your relatives, with your family. Communicate. Only when you talk, you learn more things. And you should always inform how much you learn. So make sure you learn more. And the literacy, what you have on media, take all the positive things. And the technology is improving now. So make sure all the technology you learn, new technologies you adapt, all good things. Just be flexible. Flexibility is very important for a person, and having a leadership quality is also more important. Being a leader in the class, everybody want to become a leader, isn't it? Don't you want to become a leader in your class? Yes. So everyone wants to become leader. So when some activity is given, when some opportunity is given to you, make sure you're a good leader there. Have all that leadership quality in you, and take an initiative. Don't wait for people to tell you. Don't wait for people to say that this is your job. Take initiative and start doing, and it will be highly productive. And you'll always start communicating, and you will also develop your social skills. So I hope all this has really helped you to understand how you have to keep up yourself, and the way you learn, the learning agility in you will increase only when you start collaborating in social, you're managing yourself, and how the way you will have skills, and also it will reflect you what kind of person you are in front of others. And the way you communicate is more important. The way you talk, the way you pronounce, the way you interact with others. It might be elders, it might be your friends. So all that matters a lot. And the way you think, it should be a positive thinking. It should be a creative thinking. And it should be more critical, where it should be totally out of the box what you think. Then you can achieve more goals. And you have to do a lot of research, not just think what you want, but just make sure you know what you're thinking, and it should be a positive. And do a research when you think what you're talking is right or wrong. So always have a better information before you speak anything, or do a research on information what is available, and then start thinking. So that will obviously put you in a proper place. So grades are not ultimate, but just make sure basic education is very important, and you'll be the person who will be topping in your career. You'll be having better skills. You'll be having an excellent training by your teachers, by your parents. always have a proper vision so that you can reach your goal, right? So when you have your goals, vision, and training and skills developed, obviously in future, your career will be on place. You'll be the perfect person to have whatever you want. So that's how you have to make sure you develop yourself. And I hope with this, you have taken away a little bit of information, like how you can develop your skills, how you can understand what to do, what not to do, and take advices from people. So, parents here, please motivate your child to take up multiple things. So, grades are not ultimate. It's not all the time your child should get A grade. It's okay. If they get a B grade, ask them. You can work out more. The way you motivate them matters a lot. So, tell them this is what you are up to. So, make sure you do a little more better next time, where I'm sure all the children have their capability of doing a better thing. Even the best when parents motivate. Here, the teachers also motivate them in the school, but even the parents' support and motivation encourages them to do their best. So, I feel with this small information, what I could share with you all, and now all of you have know like how you have to think, what kind of soft skills you should develop, and how communication you have to improve. So all this you have an idea now. So children, just make a routine every day. So make sure you tell your parents a good morning when you wake up. Your mind is fresh, you wish them, they will wish you back. So your day will go very smoothly, very nicely. And be obedient. And then later, when you do your household chores, make sure you're active enough. Don't be lazy. So make sure you just don't waste your time in any way. Develop your skills, understand things better. Parents are there to motivate you, and make sure you just take it in a positive way and take it forward. So I hope this webinar has given you some information today. Thank you all for listening. Merry Christmas and have a happy weekend, children.